Good morning, guys. Happy Black Friday. I hope everyone had a very happy Thanksgiving. And today it's game day. The national anthems are happening. This is our starting 11 for the United States, England. Uh, I'm not going to talk about their starting 11 because they're already scary good. But for the United States, only one change from the starting 11 from the last game. Haji Wright is going to have uh, the nod for striker in this game, substituting Josh Sargent, but everybody's the same. But be careful because we do have some yellows out there. Serginho Dest is one of them, and then also Weston McKennie. I'm surprised McKennie is actually still good to play right now because he didn't look that convincing the last game. I think he still has some lingering injuries, but it is what it is. Um, Again, I don't know what to expect from this team. Earlier today, Iran beat Wales. So, in essence, this I would say is a must-win game. A lot of pundits says it's not, that we could lose this game, but we have to put all our marbles in Iran. And mind you, I would say the same thing, right? But again, I don't know. I feel like you can't leave anything for granted. You can't take anything for granted. And, you know, we have to, do our best as much as possible, right? So again, for me, my prediction is that England is probably gonna win very, very convincing. Uh, like yeah, that's basically it. Like I don't know what else I could say. Because again, like Berhalter is not a good coach. Like no matter how many times uh you spin it, he does make some mind-boggling decisions, and that one last decision of not putting Gio there, even though Gio is 100%, and not putting Gio in this game, I don't know, but because you know that you can't lose like too bad, right? Like theoretically, let's say that England just absolutely just destroys the United States, which could happen, right? It's not out of the ordinary. All they would have to do essentially is have England beat Wales, right? Or to a 1-1 draw or draw them. And the United States only has to do is beat Iran, and they can get in with 4 points without having to worry about goal differential. And I think goal differential, that thing is just, it doesn't help anybody, in my opinion, right? So again, um, yeah, so we have England to see. Hopefully, they don't beat us that bad. That's what I'm hoping right now. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that doesn't happen because, oh my gosh, I don't want all that turkey stuff that we just went through. I hope everyone had a wonderful Thanksgiving, right? Um, but again, you know, it, I just don't have any I don't have any faith in this team. Well, I do have faith in this team, but I don't have faith in the manager. And it's funny how they they basically say that uh, Southgate is like the equivalent of a Berhalter back in Europe, and then vice versa, because they're like really good friends. Well, if Southgate is a very good friend of Berhalter, please don't freaking just give it a 0-0 draw, okay? 0-0 draw, and everyone goes home. Or if not, as a Thanksgiving present, England, hey, give us a win, right? Why not? But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. For me, like again, my expectation of this game is the United States. I'm representing the United States, right? I'm supporting them from the bottom of my heart, but I also have to be realistic. I got to be realistic. Like after that 6-2 smashing of England and Iran, yeah, it doesn't give me any confidence. And then how they conceded that penalty. So we'll see. We'll see. And right now, England is taking up a knee. So let's save that, and then let's get to the stuff of that. So we're gonna get this out of the way. England is on the white kit, while the United States are on their away blue kits. Right. So we're gonna put this away right now. Right. We're gonna get into uh, what is going on here, so that way you guys can follow along. Right. Let's see right here. I think I can lower it a little bit more. All right. So we'll we'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do. It's the first half, guys. And again, and right now, England is pressing the issue as usual. So yeah, it is what it is. So, but again, look, I'm gonna be cheering for the United States. I don't want to be the pessimistic person, but I also have to think logically, right? It's gonna be a grind. It's gonna be one of those matches that you're just gonna suffer a lot. So we'll see, but maybe the United States can take a book out of Japan and Saudi Arabia, how they were able to beat teams. Argentina and then Japan beating Germany. Those were like shocking results. This will probably be maybe my last live watch along for the United States group games. I wish I was able to be free for the Iran game, but I'm probably going to be working. So it's not going to happen. What I'm probably going to do is I'm going to do a live reaction after the game, or basically, if you want to join, I'm going to, record the game and then watch it through its entirety and see anything if you guys want to join, right? But no spoilers. I don't want to spoil anything, but I feel like they're gonna let me know. My workplace, they're merciless when it talks to soccer. They're gonna say, you see, like you guys got eliminated." I'm like, "Oh well, it's not like we wanted to win the World Cup in this one, right?" This is basically for experience for the younger guys. So, because it's crazy how every single player that was in that starting lineup last week, 4 days ago against Wales, this was their first taste of the World Cup. So now that they have that under their belt, hopefully that should help them, get forward. And hopefully, yeah, I think I hope this is a good, experience, right? Good experience. That's what I'm hoping for. A good experience, a good positioned team. And yeah, that's all we can hope for right now. We can hope for the best. So we will see. We will see. Um, yeah. So there was like a nasty challenge to Weston McKennie right now, but I think he's fine. But for me, I don't think he is. I think we should have substituted McKennie out, maybe put in like Aronson or maybe Gio Reyna, right? I'm still surprised Gio isn't in starting, but that leads me to believe two things. Number one, he might not be 100%, or two, they're probably going to save Gio for the second half. And I hope like Berhalter knows that you have to have at least a good 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes, 45 minutes of Gio Reyna, because a 45-minute Gio Reyna will change this game. Not completely, but at least give you something, some creativity around the line. So we'll see. We'll see right now. But I think if I was the coach Greg Berhalter, what I would say is don't put all your energy in the second game, right? Because I do have to agree with the pundits in some certain, sense that the third game is the most important thing. That's the most important one. So, if you can get a point here, which, God willing, that we can get something from here. I'm hoping that we see like the most boringest 0-0 draw in the history of the World Cup. Like no shot on goals, is just nothing but vibes, right? So that way England, have the bragging rights against the Welsh because they have their own geopolitical problems, and then the United States has its own problems with Iran. right? But good on Iran. But something I've been noticing, and I know all of you probably are thinking the same thing. What is with the crazy amount of added time, right? Like the England game with Iran, I think it was like 24 added time. That was ridiculous. I never seen that much. And then uh, all the other ones have been like 10, 14, 15 added. It's ridiculous. It's almost like you're playing like extra time without having the extra time, right? And that's the only reason where Iran scored the goals, because of that extra time. Because I guarantee you, if it played like any other game, it probably would have resulted in 0-0, and that would have definitely benefited the United States, because not only that, all you theoretically, the United States could have actually gone through the second round with just 2 points. Imagine that. Imagine if that would have happened. If Iran would have tied with Wales 0-0, right? Wales would get 1 point. Iran would have get another point, right? So theoretically, all they would have to do, they could get it with just 2 points, just depending on the goal differential, right? Because the United States have 0, because they cancel it out because of the Gareth Bale penalty. And I hope you guys saw the Gareth Bale memes, right? I hope you guys saw that. That was hilarious. And yeah, I think it's fine. I think right now the game is a little slow, which I love. I love slow games. Please be as boring and cut and dry as possible. I will take it. Give me those games any day. I don't care. I do not care, right? So, yeah, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, guys. Oh boy. And a lot of people like putting the believe, you could believe, but I'm not gonna again, I don't expect anything. Not with this Berhalter lineup, is just insane. Oh man. But you never know, right? Some crazier things have happened in this World Cup, and we've seen it. I just think that the upset is not in our car, is not in our favor. I wish there was an upset. I think the only upsets that the United States did in World Cup history was their defeat against England in 1950. They beat it Colombia in 94. Then they beat Portugal in the group stage. And then that's it. There hasn't been any other upsets. So there's been just 3 upsets in the history of the United States. Kind of wish they did more, but again, it's you. It makes sense because the United States hasn't been in the World Cup for a long time, ever since back then when they started in the 90s. But now, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But so far, the game even. England are trying to get some long balls out of the way, and they're just getting through, and it's not too bad. Boring game. Give me boring. Give me boring, and that's what I'm waiting for. Give me the most boringest game in the history of history, please. I don't care. Just give me that, because again, it. I rather have that. But yeah, um, but in the end, what do you guys think? What did you guys think of the United States odds of losing, drawing, winning again? A lot of the pundits in Telemundo. That's where I'm. I guess I'm watching it from Telemundo. Oh, England just missed a chance. Wow, that was too easy for the too easy for England. And yep, it's exactly as we thought it was going to be, right? So, yeah, yeah, this is exactly. And Walker with the last minute defense. Now there's a corner kick for England, and yeah, that's about. Let's see how that corner kick happens. So we're waiting for that. And then all high up. But yeah, that's so far. My only hope is like the United States defense is just sound as possible, like just the best sound way. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what they can do. Um, again, I'm not worried about the game. I'm not worried about anything because like that game against Wales just took the win off of me. And you know, unfortunately, it does that. And then even more deflated that Iran just freaking punished Wales, in the counterattacks and stuff. Like that was like the strategy that Berhalter should have done. Um, but yeah, it is what it is, and Walker is probably going to um regret that tackle that he did because that tackle that he did against Gareth Bale um is something. And it's funny because I was actually blaming Tim Ream for the tackle, but it was Walker Zimmerman. It's just like they almost look alike in the like very far away because I have the TV screen so far away. I don't want to get too close because then you're gonna hear like the echo um of the announcers. And I'm watching it at Telemundo, by the way, right? Because I can't stand the Fox one because I wish why didn't they have Ian Dark as the commentator? I feel like that's the reason why we've been losing games because we haven't won one World Cup game with Stuart Holden and John Strong as the commentators. But yet we have won when Ian Dark is the commentator. And we haven't lost a group game with Ian Dark. Well, except the one against Germany, the last one in 2014 in Brazil. But you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. So yeah, um, this is the kind of game that it's getting up to. It's getting physical. It's getting dirty, and it's gonna be chaotic, and it's gonna be one of those um situations where oh God willing that it's not a slugfest, right? So yeah. Yeah, you can tell like how enthusiastic I am because that's basically what you're doing. Um, and I like how a lot of the like Twitter pundits and it says, "Dear USA fans, win, lose or draw, we still need a result against Iran on Tuesday. So just keep your feet up, relax, and enjoy this one today." That's what I'm doing right now. So it is what it is, and there's the header and they cleared it. So there's gonna be a lot of that. I just feel like it's just a matter of time before the English is going to open up the defense. It's just a matter of time. Because in the first 13 minutes, it's just been all England. Um, no any attacking threat for the United States. They're just holding on for dear life right now. Holding on. So it's good though that we have some Premier League experience per se because we do have, Tyler Adams, we do have Tim Ream, we do have Christian Pulisic, we have Anthony Robinson, right? But so far it's just been nothing but defend, 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 defend. So that's exactly what's going to be. It is what it is because we're so limited because of just the tactics that Greg is coming up with. So we'll see. We'll see what the United States can do. The United States has the ball right now. They're trying to keep it. They're trying to do something with it. There's a lot of back passing, a lot of Greg passing Berhalter ball. It'd be something funny if there's some Berhalter ball madness going on. So Yeah, so I was saying about the comments is that, yeah, this one doesn't really matter. Yeah, true, it doesn't matter, but then they've been hyping this freaking game for, like, the longest, ever since the Drew, uh, came over. The draw, I mean, drew, where the United States drew England, so yeah, yeah, we'll see. We'll see, and it's crazy because I didn't expect Haji Wright to be the starting lineup against England, right? Nobody did. I really thought, oh, this would have been so awesome if Ricardo Pepi was there. Man, never forget. No Pepi, no peace. No Pepi, no peace. So there we go. There it is. Oh, so saved by Turner. So yeah, that's that's where we are right now. So this is exactly how I thought the game was going to be. So it's no surprise. Um, I'm kind of thinking already, like, who should be like our next head coach for the United States. Haji Wright, with the chance, this is the first chance for the United States. So they actually did hit on goal. Uh, the cross could have been better. So he hit it. Yeah, I think Haji could have done a little bit better, but then again, the defense for England, Harry Maguire, oof, it is something. It is something. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, it is what it is. So, but I saw the last couple of games. I saw Ecuador versus Netherlands, and Ecuador is a legit like future team. They're really good. I thought they deserved to win. In the first half, they were doing enough, but then you gotta make your chances. You gotta do your chances because if you don't make your chances, the space is going to open up, and yeah, and that's exactly what happened. This is exactly what happened with Canada, in which Canada were doing a lot, pressing the issue. But then if you don't convert those chances, then you're basically looking on the back end. So yeah, not too bad. Not too bad at all. I just hope, you know, pray for the US, pray. That's all it is, because it's so different between the US and the women's team. And it's I know it's silly to compare the two because it's basically apple and oranges, right? But l- the way the women play with like a lot of swagger without fear, you have to remember that the argument that the women play better than the men, and why isn't the men playing better in the men's side, is because again, soccer for women was taking more seriously here in the United States before anywhere else in the world, right? That's a fact. And ever since the early 90s, there has been a program for the United States women's soccer team, right? In college level, because in college level is intense, right? We're talking about the soccer moms there, and that inspired a generation of women footballers and soccer players. And I think the one that cemented it was the 99 World Cup that happened in the United States. I actually saw it when it was the penalty kick shootout between the United States and China. And, when the soccer player basically kicked the penalty kick and, took off her shirt, and, she was only with her sports bra, the iconic look. It's still that iconic statue is still out in the Rose Bowl, right? So the United States had a leg up in women's soccer than anywhere else in the world, right? So yeah, it wasn't crazy. So the United States is attacking, but nothing happens. Yep, pretty much saw that coming. But here we are. But anyway, so yeah, they were nowhere. So for like the next 20-25 years, it's just been nothing but the United States women's team, you know, just hitting hard and with their program. And that's why, they've won. 4 World Cups, and two of them happened in the last decade, right? The defending champions, and now, about a couple years ago, before the pandemic started happening, a lot of the other soccer countries in the world started saying, "Hey, we can start putting more money in the women's soccer," and because we see that from the World Cup that women's soccer is growing, right? But they could never beat the United States, only in some circumstances, right? I always remember when the United States played in the 2015 World Cup, and it was that iconic quarterfinal game between the United States and Brazil, and it was something magical because the United States were down, and then Abby Wambach with that equalizer in the last minute of the game, to get to penalty kicks, and that's where Hope Solo like shines right there because there's no better keeper in the world in the women's game than Hope Solo, right? Um, and when they lost against Japan, that lit a fire in them, and they were just intense, and they were only thinking about winning. And then in the Olympics that happened in England, the United States had the revenge. They won the gold medal against Japan, but then we had that awesome semifinal between the United States and Canada, which was just back and forth, all the way to extra time. And then the United States won their World Cup close to home in Canada. It was basically home games for the United States, and they just absolutely just slaughtered Japan. And it was the third final in a row against Japan, but this one meant a lot because they put all of their frustrations that happened in 2015 to 2019, right? And then when France hosted the Women's World Cup, um, yeah, it was completely just dominant by the United States in 2019. So, but now you're seeing a lot of leagues. Look at Liga MX, the femenil. They drew crowds in Tigres like ridiculous, and then Club America, and then Chivas Guadalajara, and now you're seeing in Spain with Barcelona. Then you have England. So you're seeing more and more of the women's game growing day by day by every other nation in the world. So it's going to be much more tougher for the United States outside of CONCACAF, right? In the women's game. But yeah, so that's where we are right now. And that's the comparison that I was saying, that, you can't compare a game that it's almost like for us, for the men's team, believe it or not, the United States had a lot of good players in the early 30s and 20s, right? But when Los Angeles was going to host the Olympics in the 1920s, I believe, the NFL kind of kept in and says, "Hey, we're gonna allow you to play in the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum, but you can't have any soccer games because they're trying to promote the NFL." So if it wasn't for that intervention, and then also it was two things: the intervention of the NFL and then FIFA's intervention. There was this whole article that I read that FIFA did not want the United States to succeed in growing the game because they had really good players in the 30s and 20s that could have easily played for like top teams, especially in England and other places. Well, specifically England, right? Because that was, the hallmark of soccer and football. So a combination of the NFL and uh, FIFA that really hampered the program for the United States. So yeah, it was just just crazy to think that, what could have been, right? Because I guarantee you, if the United States would have been so serious from the beginning since the 1930s, we'd be talking about a whole different type of game right now. And then soccer would have been the number one sport instead of the NFL. Just imagine how in an alternate universe that's actually it, and we might be talking about oh, the United States probably could have won South Africa, right? That was like the Project 2010. But yeah, so the United States has the ball and then hits it in the center, and they missed that shot. And Weston McKennie must be kicking himself right now because that was a wonderful opportunity for Weston McKennie. No one, I think his first touch lied to him right there. So there was good play right there from the United States. Yeah, no, there was nobody next to Weston McKennie. Wow, Weston McKennie must be kicking himself right now. But anyway, like I was saying, so with just a combination of the NFL and FIFA, that hampered the United States soccer program for like the next 40 years, right? And ever since then, we've been playing catch up for a very long time. And for me, I think if I'm being honest, um, I don't think we're gonna be an elite team yet or soon, right? We could be maybe one of those like Mexico, Ecuador, Canada type of teams that I'm seeing in this World Cup where they may not have the superstar power, right? But they have this collective identity where they could basically make it really impossible well, not impossible, but hard for those elite teams to win. Like it's going to take something special for those elite teams to win those games, right? Um because right now I'm not going to say that this is the golden generation. I don't think so. I don't think so because this golden generation, sure, it's continental it's one continental trophies, right? Gold Cup and Nations League, but we've done that before. Also, we didn't finish first in the CONCACAF World Cup qualifying, right? So, if you're a golden generation, you're supposed to, go first, right? Also, you're supposed to play some aesthetically pleasing looking soccer. You can't just have a moment in one of the qualifiers and then disappear the next. No, it has to be consistent. That's my idea of a golden generation. And the only one that was consistent was Canada. Canada was great up all the way up to the end of qualifying. And I will say this, Canada does have a golden generation right now that is just going to get a little stronger by the time 2026 happens because it's well coached. They play better than the sum of their parts. And the thing is, and this is the thing that just bothers me so much, is that a lot of people think that the US fans hate MLS players, and it's not true. Shot, and it was say Musa with the long shot, and it ricocheted on one of the England players. And wow, that could have been. No, I don't think the keeper had it. I don't think it was real danger. I think he had to hit it a little bit, maybe below, like hit it on the floor. But yeah, I think the United States need like maybe 5 more players. I think if the entire team played for like a top 5 team in any league, so we're talking Bundesliga, Italy, in the Premier League, then yeah, we'd be talking about a golden generation, but we don't have that depth yet because sure, some do play for top teams like Christian with Chelsea, um, uh, Weston McKennie with Juventus, Gio Reyna with Dortmund, um, Matt Turner with Arsenal. They do look good on paper, but the difference is they're not difference makers, right? They're not the ones playing in and day out. If we're talking about consistency, the only players that play in the top league, they don't play for like a championship team, like a team that plays in Champions League or in Europa League. So we're talking about Brendan Aronson, Tyler Adams, Tim Ream, Jedi Robinson. They play for like Fulham and Leeds United, which they're good Premier League teams. Don't get me wrong, but we're not talking about playing for Champions League And right now there's a huge foul on, I believe, Musa. Wow, that was bad. I think, I don't know who did it. Was it Stones? Yeah, it was Stones. Ooh, I'm surprised that wasn't a yellow card. Should have been. Should have been a yellow card, but so yeah, I don't. It looks golden on paper, and also since last year when like I think it was like 12 of the players that played in the Nations League won either domestic or international titles. Um, it does look good on paper, but to implement it in a game, it's a little different, right? So, because the clear example is Canada. I'm so jealous for Canada, and yet I did promise that I was gonna get a Canadian jersey, but I was hasn't been able to find any. I might have to go to Nikki Sports store to get that. Um, if you don't know what Nikki Sports is, it's basically a Los Angeles-based soccer store. Um, and it's close by. I might have to go there maybe on the weekend to check things out. But yeah, yeah, so far so good. So right now, foul. I guess he put his hand on accident on one of the English players when they're going, and then there is a cross, and then England has the ball. Same thing, right? So yeah, so far, it's exactly how the game is going, you know, and you can tell like I'm not that nervous right now because I'm already expecting the worst. But the United States could surprise me. You know what? There's always a surprise right there. It'd be nice if they surprise us, but it's good. Whoa, that was some filth right there. And now we have a really good attack, McKennie. Then we got Musa. Then we got Pulisic in the box of England, and it hit the post. I think it was a save, but I think it hit the post. So goal kick for England. Pretty close. Good sequence there for the United States. Right there. Very good sequence. So not too bad. Not too bad. I think even if Pulisic would have made it, I don't think he would have made goal. I don't think so. I think the keeper had that saved. So I don't consider that a miss. At least it's a hit. It's a shot on target. And so far, which is interesting, the United States had more shot on targets in this game than they did against Wales, but they're playing a very smart type of soccer. And the difference is that England is going to go at is going to keep attacking. It's not like Wales where they were just sitting back, absorbing pressure, putting five on the back and then hitting you on the counter, right? Ooh, and then Harry Kane just hit his butt, like his butt muscle. Now there's a free kick for England. So for those free kick takers, good chances. Shots for the United States 4, shots for England 3, fouls 4-4, and then England so far has one corner. Right, so this would be a good opportunity for England to hit it with pace right there. So, yep. So far, yeah, it's so far in the 34th minute. England is discussing, they're talking, they're thinking of who's gonna take the free kick, right? And yeah, it's weird. They're like 4 England players right there. And I think they were getting there. All right, so no free kick. It's gonna go there, and I would let the ball out right there. I don't know. That was me. So far, Haji Wright hasn't done that much, I would say. I think he's been doing his job as that target forward, but he hasn't had those many chances except that one ball that he hit with his head. Yeah. But going to that argument of the United States hating no, US fans hating MLS. No, we don't hate MLS, right? And I will say we as US fans. We hate the fact that the right MLS players don't get the same opportunities as incompetent MLS players. Let me repeat that. We're angry when the right MLS players don't get the same opportunities as the incompetent MLS players. And what do I mean by that? Well, I'll give you an example. Uh, Mihalovic, a player that played for FC Montreal, right? He is one of those creative players that the United States desperately needs, like kind of like another type of Gio Reyna Pulisic kind of player that can open the channels and everything. So England has let me get back to my statement. England has the ball in the United States box. They're too stretched forward, and now okay, he has it and then clears it. Okay, so now there's a counterattack. Pulisic has it, and now it's a throw in. Anyway, but Mihalovic, he has been really good. Played CONCACAF Champions League, even scored a goal, and even announcers were baffled of saying like, how is it that this guy doesn't get the same opportunities as I give an example as Sebastian Lletget or Christian Roldan or Jazzy Sardis or even I remember Jackson Ewell. Oh, I know I'm just like scared like the crap out of some of you fans. I remember the Jackson Ewell, tyranny that the United States had a long time ago, right? And yet we can't get those creative, players that deserve a chance. And imagine a Brian Fagundes, right? That could still theoretically play for the United States. He could switch over if he wanted to. Those are some players that could actually bring good energy and tempo and can get into those tight spaces for the United States. But yet we have these like troncos, like a trunk that is just a bump on the log, as they say in the American type of analogy. Bump on the log. That's all they are. Like they don't do anything. Like last game, I'll give you an example. Jordan Morris, what did he do? Right? Did he even touch the ball? Did he even like made a good run? Did he even dribble? Like I don't get it. And then we had all those missed opportunities where good players could have played more time. Another player that I'm thinking about, Joe Scally. I'm shocked that he hasn't had a chance to play. He might have a chance to play in this game, right? I'm not too worried about that. I hope. Well, gosh, I hope not, right? Because he does deserve to play, and I think Joe Scally has a chip on his shoulder. He could do something because he plays week in and week out in the Bundesliga. And I know he's only 19 years old, but look at some of the English players. Look at some of the Germany players. Look at some of the Spain players. 19, 20-year-olds that they play really good football with with no fear, and that's what you need. And now it's going to be a corner kick for the United States, and good hold up play from Haji Wright. I have to say the Turkish league has been really good for Haji Wright, and I'm cheering for him. I really am, because he's from Los Angeles. So let's see what happens here. um Set pieces. So those are some of the things that England struggles with set pieces. So there it is, the hit, and it's cleared. Yeah, it's because they have a really tall center back, and then their foul, and now it's the English ball. All right, so wasted opportunity, but they cannot fall flat-footed. The United States, they got to be alert, because England is going to move this. It's been a very slow game, which has been very surprising. Hey, I'm not complaining. I said I would love to have a 0-0 draw. It wouldn't be the end of the world, but I also think that England is kind of resting their legs in a way. I think they're just trying to find it, because I think they spent a lot of energy against that Iran game. I think so. I really do think so. But then the substitutions are the things that might kill us, especially because if Greg doesn't substitute the right guys for this game, and then England does, then we have to fear for our lives right now. So the United States has a put it way too far. Good idea, but no. I think what they should have done is just kept the ball low, pass it low, and now England has a counterattack ready to happen. Yep, they're stretched way too far. And now it's way too far for England. Wow, those were really bad passes right there for England. And now it's going to be the United States ball throw-ins for 40 minutes so far. Um, Nothing separated the two. I think England kind of cooled off a little bit. I think they're waiting for the transitional play. And then also I like how the United States are being patient. Like they know that England are maybe a couple of mistakes away from giving the ball away in a bad spot, but man, McKennie must be kicking himself. And now we have Serginho Dest. Serginho Dest in the box, in the box, in the box, in the box. Oh, that was such a good play. But England blocked it, and now it's going to be a corner kick. But a good play here. I don't know if it was Haji Wright or Musa. I think it was Musa. I think it was Musa. Yeah, good play from Serginho Dest. Really good play. So now it's going to be a corner kick for the United States. Another one. I think this is going to be the second corner. They need to do something. I think this would have been, Pulisic doing the free kicks. He can't do free kicks, man. They're just being wasted opportunities. They need Gio on that. See? Exactly. Too easy. Way too easy. That's why they need Gio in this game. I hope there is a Gio Reyna in the second half. I think it could help. I would take off. Well, Weston, he's been good so far, just not that effective, right? And he had that miss right there. It was so good for him to do. I'm surprised he didn't go up to do that scissor kick like he did against FC Barcelona. That would have been iconic. That would have been awesome. But I think that McKennie is still not 100%, but he can still give you something in this last couple of minutes. So this is good that we have McKennie at least. Don't get any yellow cards, any crazy yellow cards. So let's see. And I think it was Weah that did the pass and then hit it. Oh, and Christian with the header. Good opportunities there for the United States. The opportunities are there, but there have been like half chances though. There hasn't been a really good opportunity. So yeah, no, I don't think no, because Pulisic was being marked by at least two center backs, and look at how tall their center backs are. Wait, even he knows that he's like, yeah. It's not. It is what it is. It's fine. It's fine. So it sucks that I have to go to work on Tuesday, man. But then again, do I expect the United States to win against Iran, especially leaving points against Wales? That's the thing that kills me. Like Wales got beaten by Iran, but yet the United States couldn't capitalize on that, right? Here we go, and Matt Turner with the save. So pretty good half from both, I guess. Both could have done a lot better. Let's be honest. I think that that game against Iran so far, I think that made England a little bit too comfortable. So we'll see. Let's see. Yeah, so far, just getting a text from my friend saying like, so 44 minutes. Let's hope there's not much added time. I hope. Oh no, that's not good for the United States. Oh, you gotta clear that, bro. You gotta clear that. Clear it. Oh, that's not good. And they missed. I think England spent all their goals against Iran, in my opinion, which is not bad. Not bad. I hope that. I hope that God is listening, and all the hits that England does just skyrockets. I don't care, to the top stands. What would make what would make this a fun game if England, maybe Harry Maguire, maybe fouls one of the US players inside the box, he gets a red card because he's like the last guy on the defense and it's like a penalty kick. That would be like iconic. It would be pretty cool if that happens. Now that's just asking for a lot. I'm like, that's asking for Santa for the pony you never had. Or the Nintendo 64 that never came to fruition until much later, right? So now a minute of added time. Decent, thank goodness. 1 minute. 1 minute of added time so far. Oh my gosh. And Turner with the save. Wow. The opportunities that don't come back. See? You can't shut off right now. And I see a lot of some of the US players that weren't really good and really good from Turner so far. I hope he gets more playing time in Arsenal, but I feel like the keeper situation, we do need a keeper that's consistent, that's just playing week in and week out. And that's one of the things that worries me because Matt Turner's really good because he peaked at the right place so far, but we don't have a Tim Howard type of player, which plays all the time and it's just clutch. So we might hopefully there's like something going on. And Matt Turner saves it pretty good. Matt Turner's having the game of his life, guys. He has the spirit of Tim Howard in him. And then that's the end of the half. So first half. So first half ends, and then USA 0, England 0. So not too bad. Not too bad. Not too bad. I think it's not too bad. So what are my halftime things I would say? I would say just keep doing what you're doing, United States and England. Just keep missing all those chances. We're not disappointed. Hell, it's actually pretty nice. It's not too bad. You're holding your own. Hell, you're holding your own better than Iran did because Iran just I think ate like 3 goals in that half right there, and then it was all downhill from there. 3 goals again, and then England ate two. So it's not too bad. Not too bad. Let's see what Twitter has to say. Let's see. All right, let's see what Twitter has to say, right? Let's see. So a lot of people are saying replace Haji with Aronson or Gio Reyna and send Pulisic on top with Leia. That's not a bad idea right there. Let's see. A lot of people are saying not too bad. Matt Turner has been having an excellent game. Yeah, exactly. It's not too bad. Some halftime thoughts. Played right with them, right? Not too bad. I got my friend. Not too bad. All right. McKennie looks confident, on fire. Just was he had finished that chance. I know that chance was actually pretty good. Pulisic has a few moments, and England had kept giving him. He'll eventually finish one, maybe. I think he's been having some chances, but not clear chances. If that makes any sense. The only one that was clear is the one that he hit on the post. But then again, even if it didn't hit the post, I don't think he would have made that shot. I think he probably would. This keeper would have blocked it, nonetheless. Let's see. Matt Turner save with Mount. Yeah, pretty good. Musa's much better today. Weah is solid. Yeah, I would agree with those takes. No second half letdown here. You jinxed yourselves, guys. Because yeah, we'll see. It depends on what Greg does also. It depends what Greg does, because Greg, the only time he had a very good second half, I'm trying to remember in qualifying, is against Honduras, against Honduras away, um, against Mexico in Cincinnati, against Mexico away in Azteca. They were pretty good. Um, and then they did really good. I'm trying to remember an away game that may be in the second half. Probably that Mexico game in Nations League. Like, it's been nothing but Mexico. That's the only thing that keeps in my mind right now. So yeah, yeah, it is what it is, right? So it's not too bad, but we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, we're respecting them too much. Get stuck in. Yeah, I think so too. Well, also because you don't want to like concede silly goals, and then you got to be very careful. I like one was a lot of back passes and transition moments. The Greg apologist won't admit that this is a failure of the system. All right, so let's get out of here and let's get to the Twitter, because I think the Twitter is going to be fun. But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying it. Let's see. Let's get to the Twitter. Let's go. Let's have some. Let's have some fun with the Twitter. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. There we go. There we go. All right. So let's refresh here. Like says halftime halftime check in with the. It says good. But that's how I felt first half against Wales. Oh yeah, it's like it has those same vibes too. Zoom the camera out. I'm trying to see more of the game. That's true. All right, so let's see what other people said. Um, is as the Maximiliano. He says the United States is like a vampire, allergic to crosses. I will see myself. That's hilarious. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. Let's see. I'm getting some. Mhm. Just texting a friend. So not too bad. It says tactical manager says this USMNT performance must make us proud. Strong performance in the second half. We got to keep it on the first half. I mean, second half was needed. Yeah, I guess so. I'm not too I'm not too confident as the others because the second half was a big letdown against Wales. They could have fixed it probably, but we'll see. I hope there's a nice inspiring speech for the United States lads, especially like the speech we saw from Saudi Arabia to beat Argentina. It says the important part of the game is right now for Berhalter. Can he make the right adjustment? See, that's the key. Can he do the right adjustment? Or two before halftime. McKennie was fantastic. How much does he have left? That's true. England will make small adjustments to combat the 4-4-2 defensive tactic and try to get Shaka and Sterling running. Yeah, I do agree with that. So it's all about the right adjustment. Haji Wright, he's been good, but he hasn't been that good. Um, I wouldn't be surprised, guys, if Greg puts Jesus Ferreira in there. Don't shoot the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. But I have a suspicion that it might be him. It could be Josh Sargent again, because he did do okay against the Wales game in the first half, but I don't know if Hanji Wright. I think he should have made a better attempt on goal with the header that he did earlier in the game. So we'll see. Let's see what other stuff are they saying. We got this game. Yeah, I don't know about that. Uh, yeah, don't think you can ask much from the USA. Good game plan, played well. Feel a lot better about our chances 45 minutes. Ah, hold your breath right there. Weston McKennie using the cameraman to wipe his hands before the throw. That's awesome. It says the United States are a lot more fun and dangerous when they use Pulisic as a runner in the box. Yeah, that's true. Uh, it would have been I would have been unbearable to English supporters if Pulisic shot went in. Yeah, that's true. American hooligans. And then McKinney had it alone from the box. Yeah, that was the one that he missed so badly. Wow, he should have done much better. Much better. That should have been a goal at least. Let's see. Let's see. Uh, what other stuff are they saying? Um, what a ball from Matt Turner. That's true. He did really good. He did some really good saves, Matt Turner. Really good saves. Hey, we're playing the damn game. Oh, yeah. It's called soccer. USA playing this game like a CONCACAF minnow playing the US. That's so true. I actually do see that. I think the US is actually taking some notes right now. Oh my gosh. That's hilarious. That's hilarious right there. The set pieces from Pulisic. I feel like if we have Gio there, he's a better set piece taker. But yeah. And then vamos Estados Unidos, viva el soccer. I love that. He gets a like for that. That's awesome. And then some predictions. And then the predictions happen. I like how tactical manager said, look at his predictions. 0-2 Iran, that did happen. 3-0 versus Qatar. It was 3-1, but that still happened. And then the Netherlands, I think, should have feel lucky to even get away with a point against Ecuador because that actually ended up in a draw. But because of that, Ecuador and the Netherlands each have 4 points, which officially has eliminated Qatar from the World Cup, making Qatar the second host nation to basically uh, uh, be eliminated from the World Cup after South Africa in 2010, right? And much earlier than precedented because they're actually the first host nation to lose 2 games in a row or in general in the group phase. So Qatar, talking about something completely different, Qatar was a letdown. We can't stress that enough. And I don't understand how the Asian champions who won it basically got buried by the African champions and then Ecuador. Well, actually, I do know how they got buried. It's just that a lot of people were giving them way too much credit for, right? Because the minute the draw happened, we knew that it was just going to be a like open season for Qatar. So if I'm Ecuador or Netherlands, Ecuador must be kicking themselves right now for having to miss that opportunity of just keeping a draw because now it's a must-win game against Senegal because Senegal, uh, all they got to do is win the game and they go to the next round. And look at Netherlands, they are licking their chops. They're saying Qatar is right for the taking. Ecuador scored 2, Senegal scored 3. I can't even imagine how many goals Netherlands is going to score. Ridiculous. All right, so I'll be back. I'm going to take this phone call really quick. All right, sorry about that. I gotta get this off the way and get back to the game. The second half just started, guys. It's gonna be awesome, and we'll see what happens. So let me get the score on the road because right now it's crazy because I just got a call from my wife. She's like, "Oh my god, I'm getting off early." I'm like, "All right, well, I gotta watch soccer. You know the rules." She's hopefully cheering for a win, but you never know. So I don't think there has been any changes so far, right? So no changes. Not too bad. So now there's going to be a throw in for the United States. No changes. No changes. Interesting. Yep, neat, no changes. So we'll see. All right. I like how a lot of people says this first half makes the Wales result even worse. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm already doom and gloom because I'm telling you how we should have won that game. I think if we would have won that game, I think we would have been fine. But now it's weird. So it is what it is. But yeah, um, what was I gonna say? So right now the table is England 4, Iran 3, and then the United States 2 points. Right. So if the game ends like this, which God willing, it happens, that means the United States only has to do is win the game. Right? They got to win the game against Iran, and like there is no other way to go into the next round. You got to win your game. So, it's exactly kind of the affair that happened in South Africa, I would say, where the United States tied England. They should have won against Slovenia, and then that horrible blown foul that never happened against Marisa Dew. My gosh, that still pisses me off. Oh, that would have been a good shot by Haji Wright. And then Weston McKennie skies it. That's not good for McKennie. You're not gonna get chances like that, man. So really good from Haji Wright. Really good positional play. I just think that the defense was a little bit better, and then his footing for McKennie wasn't good, right? So yeah, I think it is what it is, but yeah, it's not too bad. Um, and I'm just seeing a lot of stuff on Twitter, like just like a lot of people, celebrating, which is all cool. I hope everyone had a very happy Thanksgiving. I did. I ate a lot of turkey. I actually made the turkey. Was with my family. We were thankful for for God, for just being alive, being healthy, having a job, having a roof over our heads, and just enjoying the World Cup, right? Regardless what happens. For me, the clear favorites for me, I would say, is Brazil for sure because they played with really good flair. I'm surprised they didn't score more goals against that Serbia match, but that golazo by Richardson, that scissor kick, oh, mm, good lord, so good, so good. So let's move that here, and then another one, Spain. Spain was really good, but Costa Rica was just abysmal. They were just terrible. I don't know how. 7 goals, 7. That was the worst Costa Rica showing in a World Cup in history, right? So I don't think it tied the worst showing on a CONCACAF. I think that goes to El Salvador, which I think they lost against uh I think it was like 10 something. I gotta remember that. But it was like a really bad scoreline. But I think this was the worst Costa Rica scoreline in Costa Rican football history. And they were merciless in the media. Let me tell you, because I was like, I had a lot of Costa Rican friends, and they were like, I don't know what happened, bro. Like Keylor Navas was absent, and but the whole team was absent, and then they were blaming on the coach, saying like you thought because of that one player that they put in, it's like you like this is the exact same player that cost us against Panama, and then going on and over. It was just bad. It was bad all around. So yeah, I think what can we say? Soccer is like that sometimes when you think things are going your way and it just a 180 happens. Costa Rica could technically pull an Iran. They could challenge. I think their next game is against Japan though, but I don't think Japan is going to take Costa Rica lightly. The difference is that Wales, I don't know what their game plan was in all seriousness. I think it was wrong for Bale to start. I think what they should have done, they should have used the LAFC playbook. They should have had Gareth Bale sit on the bench and then put him on the second half in order to maybe squeeze the draw outs because they were just hanging on for dear life, Wales, and it just makes me even more angrier that the United States just couldn't finish the game off. Like they should have had more scoring opportunities, and I don't know if they were afraid or nervous. They probably maybe a little bit of both because it was their first World Cup. They don't have the experience, and they were just too defensive, and also the tactics that Greg was using. Like, how can you not put Gio Reyna um, to look for a goal, especially in the last minute? So it is. So right now we're in the 50th third minute, still 0-0. I'm still hoping for that, boring game. Matt Turner playing dangerous with his feet. He's been getting better with the goalkeeper thing, especially and oh my gosh, he got hit. Where's the foul, man? Where's the VAR? He got hit pretty bad. He got hit pretty bad. Who got hit? Oh, Tim Weah? Oh yeah. How is that not a foul, man? That's not a 50-50 ball. Oh my gosh. Let's get up, Weah. So bad. Weah's been good. He's been having a very good tournament. Little rattled, but he's still up. But he's mad that he didn't get at least a call. Should have had a yellow. England should have had a yellow card right there, number 3. That would have made things a lot interesting, especially if the center back had a 3. I think it was Shaw. Yeah. So Shaw, and all right, well, so now there's going to be a free kick for the United States. I feel like someone needs to take. Oh no, it's going to be a throw in. So they're gonna be a fair play and pass it to the ref. That's hilarious. It's funny that we don't have like any more wingers, pure wingers, than Timothy Weah, but he can also sneak in as a target forward. But he's better as a winger than a forward because he opens the spaces. He challenges the opposition. Um, so I don't know if Weah should. I think he's still gonna stay in Lille in the French division, but I feel like he should go to another team that plays him regularly, but also he needs to manage his health too. So yeah, I think so far it's not too bad. It's not too bad. I think he just got a real he got mad too because the ref just was hiding the cards. I don't mind if the ref hides the cards. I just mind if like the English players play a little, maybe just fouls them really bad, and then it kind of injures that player to not play for the rest of the World Cup. I think what the United States need to do is to manage time to some of the players. I think McKennie has done really good, but I would sum him off just because of the yellow card accumulation. But then I don't know who to put in, and I don't know if Luca De La Torre is right now healthy enough. And I'm still scratching my head. If he wasn't healthy enough, why didn't you bring Mihalovic? Right, that would have been another good opportunity. A creative player, a player that plays with zero fear, good in when he's surrounded, he can open the spaces, and then Christian Pulisic with the ball, and now it's a foul for England. They're gonna keep fouling Pulisic. He's gonna make things scrappier. I wonder if Aronson is gonna go in. I think Aronson would be good centrally, so I would take off McKennie and put Aronson in. But then I don't know where you're going to put Gio Reyna. I might have to take away Haji Wright to put Gio Reyna and then put Pulisic in the forward. I think it was good. Good, man. Good ball control from Serginho Dest. I like the sauce that he's bringing in. That's another player that we have to look out for because we cannot have a yellow card for Serginho Dest. So maybe I would substitute him for Scally, maybe, right? Or Shaq Moore, something, because we do need him for that Iran game because it's gonna come up pretty soon. So they're gonna have about 3 days to prepare. Starting to tonight, I think they're just gonna go to sleep, get some like cold showers, warm showers, relax, and then get some conditioning done. And then so right now the United States has the ball, Weston McKennie, and now we got Tim Weah. Oh, that would have been a good ball for Musa, but not too crazy right now. All right, so pass back to just make sure that nothing happens. Really good. And now we got Walker Zimmerman, and we got Serginho Dest. Again, little passing into the back. Really good from Serginho Dest, just holding to the ball. Really good, really good. But yeah, that would be my substitutions. I would take away McKennie. I would take out Haji Wright, and then put Aronson and Gio. Those two guys will give you some lots and lots of energy, right? Especially Aronson. I think he could go through the channels. He could do some damage, especially run through that premier stuff. And now Pulisic, and nothing. I don't think it was a save. Maybe there was a hit. Yeah. So it's a corner kick for the United States. So Pulisic is trying to make some stuff happen there. Trying to get to some defenders. So yeah. So I guess an England player did touch the ball. So not too bad from the United States. They are basically doing the exact same thing they did like in the first half, which is good. Do not give away don't lose any type of energy. I like the United States fans. They're awesome, man. I like their creative thing. And then there we go. Oh, that would imagine if that ball, yeah, that's a foul, right? No foul. Oh my gosh. That was such a soft foul. Musa knows that. How can a little guy push a big guy off, right? If that Shaw wasn't there, oh, Walker Zimmerman, he would have basically been forgiven for that mishap. I think it was no, it's the number 6. Oh, Harry Maguire, really? Harry Maguire was the one that cleared up. Oh, I would have bet he would have missed that opportunity. All right, so here we go again. So Pulisic taking off, crosses, and then another corner kick for the United States. I'm telling you, we got to sub Gio at some point, hopefully in the 60th minute, just to get some creative. I think Gio at least has 30 minutes in him, at least, right? So we'll see. Like the support of the United States. Good job, guys. This looks like an actual real intense game instead of Wales. Corner kick. I'm not good with Pulisic. Whoever is his coach on the set pieces needs to get fired. We need that's highway robbery right there. The set piece taker didn't give him anything. And then header, and then there we go. And it's still the United States ball, and then Christian Pulisic. And then another corner kick. Harry Kane basically with the last minute tackle on Pulisic. So another corner kick for the United States, trying to open some stuff. So corners 5 with the England 2 corners. Wow, interesting. So we'll see what happens here. So the United States, let's see. Here we go. Nothing. And then let's see. And then Pulisic again has the ball. Oh, they took away the ball. Too strong, too big. It's too much. And now the United States has the ball again. Dispossessed it. So now Yunus Musa. Really good. I like the patience that the United States are doing. They're not gonna waste too much energy. And I see that England is also not wasting too much energy as well in trying to get the ball because they know they still have another game. Look, tie is not the end of the world, especially for both teams, because they know they can just seal the deal the next game. And I think England, as much as they detest the United States, they rather beat Wales because they still have that um, feeling of the Euros that happened a while back where Wales beat England. If you remember that scenario, I do remember it vividly that Wales did beat England. That was something. I think Gareth Bale scored on that one too. So they would not want anything more than revenge. Really good play. Oh, that would have been a good deflection right there. Wow. Haji Wright, he would not miss from there. I tell you something. Oh, he would not miss. And then a foul? Yep, foul. Foul for the United States. If that ball would have just hit just right there, just a little bit, if that wouldn't touch the toe of that English defender, Haji Wright would have buried that like no problem. Now it was just that little inch, just inches away, inches. I like the enthusiasm. You could tell I'm a little tired because I was working. Well, not working, but I was cooking. It is like work. Oh man, but then I have to go back to work on Monday. No. Oh. But it's fine though. It is fine. It's not too bad. All right, let's see. And corner kick again for the United States. And England is not happy about that. You know what? Nike did really bad jobs on both England and the United States. I like the old ones. I like the sash one. I'm wearing the Landon Donovan 2010 World Cup jersey. So now another corner kick for the United States. They need a Geo, man. Geo is a good free kick taker, not Pulisic. You're asking him to do too much. Oh, imagine that. That would have been a Olympico golazo. Did someone touch it? Did the goalkeeper touch it? Maybe. Yeah. So it's yeah, so the keeper did touched it. So another corner kick for the United States. Wow, I never thought it was going to be like this tight right now, but you know, stranger than fictions. Not good enough. Not good enough. And now it's a foul for England. So now they have a free kick, which is on their half. You know what? I got to give credit to the United States players for putting up a good fight against England. They have not made it easy for them. And now the substitutions are going to happen for England. I already see Southgate talking about putting another player in, right? Let me see what. So now it's like, don't talk. Like he says, don't talk to me. I want to look, pay attention to the game. I'm like, yeah, I know, I do know. So going again, what I'm probably gonna do for that Iran match, since I have to go to work, I might have to do a reaction of the match, or because I do want to see what happens. If the United States does win it and they go to the next round, I will do a reaction of watching the entire match from start to finish, from when the whistle blows or even when the national anthems are played. And then yeah, and go from there. Go from there. McKenny, ooh, making some good moves right there. And let the ball go out. Take your time. Take your time. But if they don't win against Iran, which is highly likely, right? Because it's almost going to be like a Iran home game. So yeah, I think and they basically get bounced on group play. I'll do just a reaction and say how disappointed I am, but then again, not surprising because of the coach we have. So yeah, so we go from there. So let's see, We got Musa, we got Serginho Dest touching the ball. We got McKenny, we got Tim Weah. Tim Weah trying to do something. Go back to McKenny. Let's see, Musa. Oh, he lost the ball right there. Not too good, Musa. I think he needed a better ball control right there. So right now, I'm already seeing two substitutions for England. I think Jack Grealish is going to be in, and now the United States has the ball in their own half. Being patient a little bit, but they're wasting so many of these chances. And I feel like if we have Gio, I think hopefully Berhalter is saying, look, it's already this. It's going to be the 70th minute pretty soon. You got to have some fresh legs. You got to have some ideas. You got to have some intensity, right? But again, I think the United States are kind of basically run the clock away as much as possible. So let's see what ends up happening. So the substitutions. So let's see who goes out, who goes in. So Grealish goes in. And who get so Sterling and Jude Bellingham goes out, and then Grealish and Henderson goes in. Yeah, this is where things are gonna get a lot ugly for the United States. And I think if you're Greg, you need to change something because it's gonna be a bloodbath for the United States. I'm telling you that right now. I wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't be surprised. But hey, they kept the England side pretty good for at least 70 minutes. So it's not too bad. But those wasted chances, man. Wasted chances. And now England is gonna go to the attack. Really good cross right there. And now you gotta be very, very careful. This is a game that is screaming for Aronson and Gio. And the sooner Greg learns about that, the better. Mm. So now it's like a lot of chaos in the midfield and just long passes, just clear it as much as you're doing. Oh, that could have been a penalty. So it's really good that they contained. I like this quote. It says, "Jack Grealish and Jordan Henderson come in for Raheem Sterling and Jude Bellingham." It's like the United States did well to contain Sterling. Grealish is a different type of threat, but dangerous nonetheless. Yeah, I know. You gotta be on it for the rest of the game. Oh, Des got hit really bad. Did he get bad? Or does he need to get subbed out? He got because he hit his knees, I think, from the other England player. Yeah. Oh no, it was on his knee, like almost on his knee. Okay, so 71st minute. I haven't seen any talks about subs for the United States, and we do need subs. But again, I'm not surprised because of stupid Greg. Just like the reporter goes, like, "You Greg, you idiot." Oh man. All right, so we got about less than 18 minutes for basically the second half to be done, and then added time. The added time is what worries me because they've been giving so much added time to too many teams, and they've been just using that. So we'll see. But yeah, so far, well, what else to say? England still has all the possession, still the superior team. There was just a foul on Jack Grealish, right? The United States has had some chances, but they weren't able to capitalize them, especially on those corner kicks. And I think as we get closer to the 75th minute, there needs to be an adjustment because I'm seeing some tired legs, especially from Musa and Tim Weah, but also oh, that's not good. Oh my gosh, like ping pong balls right there. And then we got Weah. Oh, again. So now England still has it, and then you got to defend. You got to defend with your lives as much as possible. So Shaw again, and then we got some Harry Kane and all that. So now we're going to see England have most of the ball, right? So they got to do exactly what they were doing before. Be patient and try to get maybe something on the counter, or when England has a mishap. And it happens, especially with Maguire. I feel like Maguire is going to have one of those games where he missed something and, it will cost England. So I wouldn't be surprised. But then again, uh, we've seen it many times before where the U.S. bunkers way too much, and the bunkering can only hold for so long, right? But I like that the US is being patient. I think they know exactly what they want from this game. They don't want to invite too much pressure, and everyone's going to be behind the eight ball, especially like to make sure they don't concede. Like they're not going to bring too many numbers forward. Oh, I thought that was going to be a foul for Pulisic, but I guess not. And now England has the ball, and the US needs to go back because they're gonna have to defend again, like just defend like banshees, as they said. And the game hasn't changed like before, like in 2010 or 2014. This is basically the recipe for success for the United States, especially when you're playing the big teams. You won't have those moments where you could keep attacking. Like you have those, but you got to capitalize. So it's almost exactly what we're seeing like when Canada was playing Belgium in some sort of way, right? But this one has been mostly England, but they both had like many chances, if that makes any sense, because England does have that dangerous thing. It's already the 75th minute. England is just moving the ball, moving the ball, moving the ball, moving the ball. So not too bad, not too bad. But you have to do your best. And I think a point here isn't too bad. Ooh, that's not bad. That's not good for the United States. They got to get that ball out of there. And they do. Just get it out as much as possible. Right now, Christian is only one up front as he should. Careful, careful. Don't let him shoot. Don't let him shoot. Don't let him shoot. I think that was an offside. Yeah, it was offside. Yeah, he was way ahead. Way ahead. Really good offside trap. So where are the subs coming? It's already the 76th minute. All right, we got Brendan Aronson, but should we get more? I think there's more than one. There better be more than one. It can't be just Brendan Aronson. So who's Brendan Aronson going to come in for? 11-8. So yeah, Weston McKennie is out, so that should be good. So I thought it was going to be McKennie. He did good. He did good. He did have that miss. So this is going to be Brendan Aronson's game. Also, Shaq Moore is going to go in for Serginho Dest. And that's good. You know what? That means that Serginho Dest and Weston McKennie, they're going to be available for that around game because they did not get any yellow cards. And the only other person that got a yellow card was Cullen Acosta. So not too bad. I'm surprised that it was Shaq Moore, not Yedlin. Wow. So first World Cup experience. So another Nashville. So we got two MLS, teammates, Shaq Moore and Walker Zimmerman, and then the other side is Tim Ream and Jedi Robinson. Isn't that funny right there? So Rashford is out for England. I hope they don't just bunker. I think they need to have at least a couple of opportunities here. All right, we got something going on. Then we got Brendan Aronson, Christian Pulisic, and then we got really good from. Oh, that would have been a good shot right there for Haji, bro. That was yours, Haji. Christian just opened the channels there. Wow. And I thought Haji would at least have one, but I guess not. I'm surprised Haji is still in the game. He's done enough. I would say that. Like he did make at least a shot on target, right, with his head, but ever since then he's just been the target man up front. I'm surprised that Jesus Ferreira didn't play. I don't know if Greg is gonna save him for the Iran game. It almost looks likely. So far we had Sargent starting, we had Haji starting, and now I have a sneaky suspicion it's gonna be uh Jesus Ferreira for Iran. So now there's gonna be some tussles and arguments between Jack Grealish and Shaq Moore. So possession, England has 50. That's more. The United States has 37%. I feel like it's more than that. 30%? No, it shouldn't be more than that. Good job. Good job. Pulisic with that ball right there. And then we got Tim Weah. Oh, but good tackle from there. Oh, I see Jack Maguire. He's holding up his butt, his hamstring right there. And I think you got to take advantage right now if you're the United States. It's the 80th minute. You got about 10 minutes. There's a little bit of stoppage time right there. So we got Shaq Moore. Let's see what he got. All right, so we got Walker, Musa, Tim, Walker. We got Adams. Oh, that's not good, Adams. You cannot lose that ball. Good job, Tim Ream. Get that ball out of here. So not too bad. But I would say just try to kick the clock as much as possible. Look, a draw isn't that bad, right? But at the same time, if you do have that opportunity to counter, do it, but do it with precision. All right, here we go. Careful now. You can't give him any space because he is good in open space. So right now, keep the numbers back, guys. Ooh, really? Good job, Matt Turner, man. He has been everywhere. Matt Turner, that is going to be good. He's going to be our top keeper for the tournament. He's only had let one goal in for penalties, but then again, it was let's not even talk about that anymore. Wonder under the bridge so far. All right, good. Pulisic, Pulisic. He has some lungs in him, man. So we got Shaq Moore. Good job. And there it is. Let's see what Weah does. Shaq Moore. We got Aronson. Oh, now it's a foul for England. So on their half, though. So Tim Weah is getting substituted. Oh, look, and George Weah is right there in the stands. So Weah and Wright are out. Gio Reyna is in, and Sargent is in. Interesting. Now things get a little interesting right now. 10, about maybe 8 minutes of brilliance. So, and look, there's Dad, Claudio Reyna. Wow. Proud Papa right there. Whatever happens, right? At least it's a feel good moment. It's like a Hallmark moment, like the Hallmark cards. Yeah, they're all, everyone is like on their feet because they don't want to make any England or the United States. None of them want to make a mistake because they know like that one mistake is gonna kill the game. It's like whoever scores first, that's it. That's game. All right, bro. Come on. They're pressuring too much. Gotta get that out of there. Good job. Good job. Good job. Oh, that's not a good ball from Shaq Moore. You're just inviting more pressure. And then now a free kick for England. So now they got to be very careful of the United States not to concede anything because this is what England does. They do really good on free kicks, especially Grealish, all that stuff, all those people. So yeah, that was England. Let's throw it right there. It's like, yeah, I'm not cheating. Who's cheating? And what? No, nothing. And there's a foul on Christian Pulisic. So free kick for the United States. I feel like there's gonna be like something stupid like 5 or even 10, hopefully less than 7 extra minutes of injury time. Let's not have that, please. So now England has the ball. England passing back, passing back. If there's any justice in the world, let's just blow the whistle. A tie isn't that bad. Just eat the clock. I don't mind. Eat the clock, eat the clock, eat the clock as much as possible. And now it's a throw in for England. It's going to be already the 87th minute. I wonder if Southgate and Greg Berhalter had a deal right before the match. It was like, hey, take it easy. I don't want to hurt your players. You don't want me to hurt my players. We're fine. We're fine. It's okay. Let's just settle it at the very end date. It's no problem, guys. No problem. All right. And so England still has the ball. The United States still is trying to hit it. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. Because England now are on the attack. And now you got to be careful. He's going to curl that ball. And Turner saved it. Not too bad. Good job, Turner. Good job, Turner. Good job. Good job. All right. So now the United States are settling in. Yeah, just conserve your energy. It's fine. I think England also is kind of in the same thing. England hasn't, they had those chances too. But they seem more chillax right now, and I don't mind that. And also the United States have been chillaxed too. I think they want to save their energy because they know that third game is the crucial one. I think whatever happens, England, they'll probably tie against Wales or win against Wales, if I'm being honest. But a tie, they'll probably just top the group right there. So it's not too bad. The United States, on the other hand, need to see, well, you did really good, but now how can you figure out how to win against Iran now that they have some belief in them, right? But I think the United States are going to have some belief. So now you got to be careful because now the England with the counterattack, you got to be careful. Get it out, or that too. You can do that. Good job on the pass back right there. A lot of pass back. Wow, Turner, he is playing with fire right there. Good job, Sargent. Now, there we go. Center it. Oh, nothing happening here. And then the goalkeeper kind of kicks it all over the place. It's all crazy. Wow. From one dangerous play to another. Wow, this game has it all, doesn't it? And then the sound of like the stadium just, yeah, not too bad. But imagine if that ball would have gone through. So now how much added time? That's the thing that worries me, the added time. Like this whole 90 minutes isn't a problem. It's the added time. How much added time are we going to have? Wow. Wow. That defender just basically went through two English players like nothing. Wow. Whoo. My goodness. And now a free kick for England. Really? It's because they tripped him. Oh, careful now. Quick retake. And now a corner kick for England. So you got to be very careful now. But how much stoppage time? 4 minutes. Okay. Well, wow. Now the corner kick. Agonizing corners. Uh-oh. Oh, Turner saved it like nothing. So now it's basically you got to hold on to the ball. Three minutes, guys. Well, you couldn't get the win, but this feels almost like a win. The formula hasn't changed. It's all about bunkering and then transitional and then counterattacking. And then Gio finally playing his World Cup. I think he's going to have a more time against Iran. Oh, that's not good. You can't give the ball away like that, bro. Oh my gosh, a free kick? So now you gotta. Oh my gosh, I think that was Shaq Moore who did that. Another heart attack waiting to happen. So now you gotta be very careful, guys. They're like everyone's tired, but then the England team could still do some damage. So we got about a minute and a half until injury time is done, and then the game's over. Even why are you worrying about, bro? Your guys are fine. You guys are fine. The English people are like, oh my gosh, we got to score. Like, guys, you got 3 freaking points, 4 points. You just have to beat Wales. It's not that freaking hard. You're basically through. What is England worried about? What is England worried about? Oh God. Oh wow. And that was the miss for Harry Kane. So now goal kick for the United States. Wow, that was really bad from Harry Kane. He was being marked, so it wasn't too bad. But at the end of the day, what else could he have done? Yeah, take as much time as possible, man. So now we got about 30 seconds. 30 seconds, guys. And now a dangerous attack. Ooh, there's a free kick for the United States. So now the United States could take their time. Could take their time right now, right? 0-0. 0-0. Oh my gosh. What is gonna happen is gonna happen, guys. The prediction that I did on my Twitter is actually happening. Not the boring part, probably it was. Maybe for those people that, you know, you know what? Uh, let's go. Let's go. And now, and that's it. A point for the United States. All to play for. All to play for, guys. And and England still can't beat the United States. Wow. So the final score 0-0. Not too bad. Win actually toe-to-toe with England. Not too bad. So that's it, guys. Full time 0-0. So the United States has everything to play for. And I gotta get back to my Twitter, guys. So 0-0, huh? 0-0 the final score. So they're in third place with 2 points, and all they need is to win against Iran. So all right. So there we go. We survive for another day, and it's all to play for Iran, and both the teams are going to look for the wins. I don't think Iran is going to sit back. They could, but it's going to haunt them though. So I think let's put the screen up of the basically 0-0, and the United States is still undefeated against England for whatever reason. That's awesome. So all to play for against Iran. You win and you're in. So it's exactly the scenario of the 2010 World Cup. Wow. Interesting. Not too bad though. Not too bad. Everything to play for. They still haven't conceded a goal. So if they got to win, it's as simple as that. They got to win against Iran, and it's exactly how I thought it was going to be, which is awesome. This is exactly what I prayed for. And then my friend is like, "Yep." So now I'm gonna and a lot of people's like, that's not bad. You'll take it. Hey, if they would have told you that all you gotta do is beat Iran and you're in the next round, people will say, yeah, we're gonna take that. So I'm just like making sure that everything is so not a bad performance. I think it was good. They went toe to toe with England right there. So Matt Turner, man, he had a game of his life. So now we need him to do again. So not too bad. Still unbeaten. That's so true. So the Iran game is gonna be everything, guys. The Iran game is gonna be everything. Oh, and the Twitter people on Southgate are hilarious. All right, so let's get off of here. Well, we'll go back to it. So let's see what Twitter has to say. So, but before anything, here are some of the takeaways for this game. Turner was very solid on goal. Still hasn't allowed any goals on open play, which is good. He's basically our number one keeper going forward. Um, Walker Zimmerman, uh, I would say he redeemed himself, but I will stop. I will still not let him off the hook until he gives us a similar experience and game plan for Iran. Like he needs to just shut them down as much as possible. Anthony Robinson was really phenomenal, pretty good. Serginho Dest had a lot of good fluidity. Musa could have done a lot better there. He could have done a lot better on some of them. Weston McKennie, man, he had that beautiful chance right there, just skied it. Not too bad, but it happens. Adams was pretty good. No yellow cards whatsoever. Christian Pulisic had a team on his back. It was pretty awesome. Um, Haji Wright, he did enough, I guess. I think that was the game plan for a Berhalter. And Tim Weah was really good. I was kind of scared when he got hit, and pretty cool moment for um, seeing his dad up there in the stands. The substitutions for Gio Reyna, for Aronson, those were the right substitutions, but they didn't change the game as much. I think Gio could have done a little bit more, but I think if Gio was there a little bit earlier, we could have maybe dictate the game. We had chances, guys. The United States had a lot of chances to open the scoring account, but so did England. England missed so many opportunities, especially Harry Kane with that header, and then uh, I forgot the other player that Turner had to make a save in the first half. You guys might know. So not too bad whatsoever. I think the United States team, this young team, should feel proud for what they did. A point is a point. They still haven't lost in this World Cup, which is great. They're still undefeated, and it's all to play for against Iran. This is exactly the same scenario when they played against Algeria in South Africa 2010. So everyone is going to be glued to the TV on Tuesday. Sadly, I will not, but I will do my reactions when I see the game again, and then talk about what happens. I wish I was able to, but I got to work on Tuesday. It sucks, but it is what it is. And I already promised that I was going to work on that Tuesday. I should have hold on for dear life, but that's football anyway. Yeah, I think it's everything to play for. So let's have a little fun here. Let's look at what the Twitterverse has to say, right? So let's see. England fans, y'all hyped up this team. What a joke. Outplayed by the US, and always England is just hype. You can never beat America in the World Cups. Never. I love it. You got a like there, my friend. That's awesome. Proud of your boys. They outplayed as much more talented team. I'm pretty sure Berhalter outrage will continue. Let's have a 44 hours of momentum. Yeah, I guess so. He did the right subs. I can't uncredited them, but it's all about that third game, right? To everyone that wanted us to lose. I love it. I love it, bro. I love it. USA baby, that's right. It's like my take. We should have won against Wales. We should have won against England. We look strong and fearless. Let's beat Iran. That's right. Final thoughts. It says played with them. Honestly, think we could have won. Yeah, that's true. We could have won this game. Wales not a factor now. Now. You say that now. I still think it is. Just have to beat Iran to advance. The subs came too late. I totally agree. I don't know why the subs. I don't know if Greg was worried that the subs could have killed the fluidity of the team. I don't think so. I think they would have helped a little bit more. The attacking players look gassed. That's true by the 70th minute. So I think you got to get your subs earlier. Pulisic gets the man of the match because he hit the crossbar. It tells you what type of game this was. Also, Pulisic got the man of the match. I'm not sure if that's true though. Let's see. Uh, so it's like if the United States wants to win big matches in World Series, we have to win matches like that against the minnows of world soccer. England hasn't won a trophy in 50 years, and they will be very happy to escape this match with a point against a clear superior team. I would say, yeah, the United States did do their best. Let's see. Let's see. Oh my gosh, Greg and Southgate. Look at that. Look at that. Don't tell me there was some hitting deal between them. Like, hey guys, let's take it easy, okay? Let's play everything to play for in that last game. That's hilarious. Oh man. Let's see. let's see. I like this guy here, Superior MSST. He says England are not World Cup contenders. The USA solidly contained them. No creativity killed the game for us. Should have brought on Reina sooner. I agree. Zermanen's not ready for this level with his turnovers. I absolutely agree. Everyone has been mostly fine. Teams played for the draw. Yeah, I totally agree. I think both teams played for the draw. I don't think they wanted to risk anything. England, all they need is theoretically they just need a draw against Wales. They don't have to. I think they just left all of their goals against Iran. So the one that's going to be a bloodbath is going to be Iran versus the United States. So whoever wins there is going to the next round. So that's going to be the most entertaining match at the end. But if you would tell US fans that if you would, from the first two games, you would get 2 points and the only thing you need to do is win against Iran, I think you would have taken it. Zero question, right? Let's see. I'm surprised that Southgate didn't put in Phil Foden. That was weird because he did put it against Iran. I don't know. It was weird, weird. So not too bad, not too bad. All right. So again, guys, thank you so much for joining in. And thank you for um, you know, just enjoying the game, the beautiful game. I think we can't ask for anything else, and we just have to believe. We have to believe. Look, I still am still sore about that 1-1 draw against Wales, right? Because Iran did beat them, so I'm a little bit nervous with Iran. But if the boys can make, some really good plays like they did against England, and they can contain Iran, I think we have a chance, guys. So again, guys, thank you so much for joining in for this awesome live reaction, and also for the watch along, and for me just ranting about how you know US soccer and everything. I will see you guys on Tuesday. Rest up. I hope you guys have a wonderful Black Friday and enjoy, guys. Enjoy, because Tuesday we do it all over again, but I'm probably going to do it afterwards. But don't spoil me. Don't spoil the surprise, because I will not look at it until I come back and see it from my DVR. So then we can enjoy it together. Okay. But I might spoil it for myself if we win. I'm just going to see it, and then we're just going to have a wonderful time, right? All right, guys, stay awesome, enjoy, and again, stay awesome, guys. Go USA, Godspeed.